What's up, guys? Welcome to the South Coast Home Build. Since the last time you saw us, we got our well put in, so let's take a minute and take a look at how we got here. First thing we started out with was deciding on where this well was going to go. I had a couple different locations in mind, so what I did was I came out to the property, had the house plans on my phone and a tape measure, and I just sort of mapped out where the back wall of the garage was going to be along with another one of our walls, and just sort of mapped out where we might want to put the well. Part of where we're putting the well is we're going to have a pump house built around it to keep all of our well equipment out of the elements. So sort of taking into mind the size of the pump house I was wanting to put in helped me determine where the well was going to go. So I had two ideas in mind. One of them would be tucking the pump house closer up to the back side of the house, sort of try to keep it a little more out of sight. And then the other plan was to have one a little bit further away from the house, a little bit of space between the pump house and the main house to where we could put our mechanical equipment, generator, condensing units for the HVAC systems, all that sort of stuff. So just came out and staked those out, and looking at them staked out in the ground in sort of 3D space, we decided on going with the spot that was a little further away from the house, just to give us a little bit more flexibility on building the pump house. We haven't really decided on the size for the pump house, but having it a little bit further away from the main house will give us that flexibility we need to determine the size for it and get it built later on down the road. So it's not something that has to be done right now, but it's something that we'll be able to build going on down the road. So once we got that decided, my builder got the well driller scheduled. They came out. They did a great job from what I can tell. Basically, they came out first day, set their rig up. They sort of chose a spot within the box that we laid out. They set their drilling rig up and got ready to drill the next day. The next day they came in and drilled. They were drilling a 4-inch hole. I think the first day they got down to about 240 feet or so, and then at the end of the day they pull all their drill pipe out of the ground so it doesn't get stuck in the hole. They leave it in the hole overnight. The sediment and dirt and clay and sand will all sort of lock in around that drill bit, around that drill pipe, and makes it a lot harder for them to get going the next day. So they got all the drill pipe pulled out. The next day they came out, went back down to their 240 foot mark, and I think they ended up drilling a little over 100 feet beyond that. So our total well depth is just over 340 feet deep. And then they sunk 4-inch casing down to the 240 foot mark. Once they got that casing put in there, they basically hook up a big air compressor to the drill, or to the well hole, and sort of blow some air down there. Helps thin that mud out, gets all the clay and stuff out of the casing, as well as lets the water come in and get good clean water filling in the hole. After they did that, they were telling me the static water level is at about 90 feet, so we got plenty of well underneath our static water level for future use. He said it should be a good long-term well for us, a good well to keep us going for many, many years. And then they got all their rigs broken down. Basically, it's two different crews. One crew to come in and drill the well with all their drilling rigs and everything. And then another crew comes in to set the pump and tank and everything. I wasn't able to get any footage of them setting the pump and tank, but as you can see here today, we got a wellhead above the ground. Looks like they hooked up the generator to the pump to make sure it would run. They made some water with it. We got a little bit of pressure in the tank. Looks like it's got about 40 pounds of pressure in there. Not sure if that's air and water or if it's just water in there, but it looks like they got the pump pumping at some point, because I came out here and there was water all over the ground, so hoping that that's the case. So yeah, we got an in-ground pump, so it's down I'm not exactly sure how deep the actual pump is, but it's on down there below that 90-foot static water level. And then right now we just have it plumbed into this 120-gallon galvanized tank. Got a pressure rating on it of 75 psi, so our water pressure will probably set it in that 60 psi range for the house. So right now it's just sort of a simple, just right into the tank setup. Before we get it all said and done, once we get the well house built, I'll probably come in and install a full home water filtration system. So that'll be something we're doing in the future, but that's the well. Glad to have it done. Definitely good to have that bit of infrastructure done. It's nice to have our own water supply and not be relying on a city or county water supply, so excited about that. But that's pretty much all there is to getting a well done. Super simple from the homeowner's perspective when you got good crews coming in to drill the hole and set the pump. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please hit that thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what kind of well you have on your property, if you have one, or how you decided on where you put yours. Let me know if you have any questions, if you're in the process of deciding where to put a well on your own property. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I hope y'all are getting some enjoyment and some value out of these videos. Like always, I hope y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time down here on the South Coast.